Recently, the UPSC GS paper 3 has been conducted, and science and technology has seen, let's say, some changes, some deviation from the past trends. So today we are going to discuss about what were the nature of the questions, what are the difficulty levels, and also we will discuss about the context from where the questions has been asked. Hello everyone, my name is Zahidul. I am a faculty member of Science and Technology at Lukman IAS. Today we are going to discuss the UPSC CSE 2025 mains exam question paper 3, and especially we are going to discuss about the Science and Technology section. So now let us see the Science and Technology section, and so these are the questions that we are going to discuss today. All right, so this is question number 5. This is a direct question from Science and Technology section. So if we read this question is basically based on the nuclear science and technology, and especially they have asked about fusion technology. So internationally there is a let's say experimental reactor. This is known as International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor, okay, ITER. So based on this they have asked a question. So what was the full question? It says the fusion energy program in India has steadily evolved over the past few decades. Means like in India also we are actually working on the fusion energy technology. So you know that nuclear fission and nuclear fusion, these are two different types of nuclear energy, right? So nuclear fusion is a very much earmarked technology where like every country around the world strives to have it. Internationally there is an experimental reactor, so that like we can utilize the nuclear fusion technology which naturally happens on the surface of the sun. So here it says, mention India's contribution to the International Fusion Energy Project, International Thermonuclear Experimental Reactor. What will be the implications of the success of this project for the future global energy? All right. So when we talk about ITER, it's a nuclear energy program, right, which is being experimented internationally. I mean, like huge number of countries have participated in this experimental reactor project, and they have contributed in one or other way. India has also been a contributor country. I mean, like we have contributed around 10% of the overall funding for this particular program. And here in India also we are working on fusion energy technology. Research and development is happening. So India has played a very important role, and this is a question from the expected lines, because like during my classes also I have discussed about the importance of nuclear science and technology. This year many such nuclear technologies were in news, including small modular reactors, and we have let's say like India's second phase of nuclear technology, which is like prototype fast breeder reactor, and this is a kind of fusion energy project. Okay, so like these are very important. So this question is from the expected lines, and that's why this question can be considered as a medium range question. I mean, like it is not very easy, it is not very difficult, it is a medium question. Someone who has read nuclear science and technology will be able to answer this particular question. All right. Second question, let's see. This is question number 6. I have marked this question as difficult. I'll explain why it is so, and also we will discuss about the context of this particular question. So it says, how can India achieve energy independence through clean technologies by 2047? So basically 2047 marks the year when India is going to complete 100 years of its independence. We want to become, let's say, a developed country by then. And so like we do have an let's say like an energy project where like we want to achieve energy independence through clean energy technology. Clean energy means like renewable sources of energy, or those sources of energy that do not, let's say, pollute the environment, that do not cause greenhouse gas emission. Okay, so among clean technologies could be solar energy, hydroelectricity, even nuclear energy technology will be part of it. All right. So here now it is asking that how can India achieve energy independence through clean technology by 2047. So you have to mention the roadmap that how can India achieve it, like what India needs to do in terms of clean technology, and how can biotechnology play a crucial role in this endeavor. Now the thing is, like, when we talked about clean technology, we generally focused on solar power, we focused on hydroelectricity, we focused on wind energy, also we focused on nuclear energy. But the thing is, like, it now talks about biotechnology. How can biotechnology play a crucial role? So many of you would have faced difficulty in connecting this particular thing. But the thing is, like, when we talk about biotechnology, a lot of, let's say, endeavors are there related to biotechnology, basically biofuels. You might have heard about ethanol blended petrol. In India, we have Satat initiative also. So many such programs are there where biofuels can be utilized, and it is going to reduce the amount of greenhouse energies that are going to be emitted. So that's why, I mean, like, although it is a 10 marker question, it could have been difficult for few people like you, let's say, like, who were not able to connect it in the exam timing. Apart from this, now let us talk about another question, which is a direct question from this area, okay, from science and technology. So let's discuss about this particular question. All right. So I have marked this question as difficult, but let us, I have marked this question as medium. Let us see why it is so. So this particular question, it says, how does nanotechnology offer significant advancements in the field of agriculture? Now we are talking about nanotechnology, and nanotechnology means, like, they're connecting applications of nanotechnology in the field of agriculture. Okay, so, like, you need to understand that. Long back, UPSC had asked a question from nanotechnology. That question was very, very basic, and they have asked, what is nanotechnology? Basically, you had to define nanotechnology. But this time they have asked about, let's say, applications of nanotechnology, one of the application of nanotechnology. So this should not be very difficult. Someone who reads nanotechnology, it is relatively a very small unit, so it would have been easier for people to answer. So it is asking, how does nanotechnology offer significant advancements in the field of agriculture? It means, like, how, let's say, it offers significant advancements in the field of agriculture. How can this technology help to uplift the socio-economic status of farmers? I mean, like, nanotechnology will actually uplift the socio-economic status of farmers, because you might have heard about nano fertilizers, nano urea, right? Nano based products, I mean, for agriculture, right? So a lot of things are there that farmers can generally use, and it is going to help them grow economically also, right? Social status of farmers will also go up. So this question is also from the expected lines, because, like, I have taught nanotechnology in the classroom, and nanotechnology is a relatively very smaller unit, and answering this question would not have been difficult for people, right? Although it is a 15 marker question, like, we expected it to be 10 marker initially, but, like, they have asked 15 marker question from nanotechnology. It means they're giving significance to the technologies which are advancing. Like, the first question that we discussed was from nuclear science and technology, like nuclear fusion reactors. The second technology was from energy independence of India, right? And third question that we are discussing, it is basically from nanotechnology. So questions have been asked from expected lines, right? There has not been much deviation from the previous years, and questions are from, let's say, like, context based topics. Like, India is actually making advancement in these areas. When we talk about nuclear fusion technology, we are doing progress in that, right? Clean energy technology, we are actually working towards that. Nanotechnology, it's a field of research and development. We see a lot of applications of nanotechnology, and, like, it's growing day by day. That's the thing. So that was a quick review from my side from the field of science and technology, right? If you have some questions, you can ask those questions, and in future, let's say, like, we will record a detailed discussion of all the questions from science and technology. And this year you might have seen that across different papers, they have asked about artificial intelligence. They have connected many topics with science and technology. So we are going to take those topics into account in our future discussion. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this video. I hope you have a good day ahead. Thank you.